Hello everybody, and today we are doing What If Deku Had a Serpent Quirk? Part 1. Thank you guys for reaching 8,000 views on the Snowman video. It's going to reach 10,000, I've come to terms with that, hopefully. And we're at 850 subscribers. Oh my gosh, guys, you are all legends who are subscribed. Thank you guys so much who are. And if you're not, I feel you should do that because it'd be pretty cool. We're coming up on 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, it'd be really nice if you could go do that. I'm not trying to put it in your face, but I'd like it. Okay, so on to the video. Bye. Okay, guys, so we start this off when Deku was first born. So, when Deku got back to the house, after being birthed and all, yeah, he was all good to go. When he was sent back to his home with Inko, feeling that she would give Izuku someone to grow up with. So she quickly went down to the pet store and bought a snake named Glizzy, because why not? And Izuku loved Glizzy. He really did. But one day, when he was 4, a Glizzy randomly just disappeared. And Izuku got really sad after that. He stopped talking to Bakugo and all of his friends. They did know he had a quirk, but Izuku didn't know how to activate it until one day. When Izuku was 7 or 8, he got in a fight with Bakugo over if Izuku was quirkless or not, and Izuku ended up biting Bakugo on the neck. And Bakugo immediately hit the ground, and everyone was like, all he did was bite you, Bakugo. And Bakugo, who was unconscious because of the very poisonous serpent bite Izuku has and possesses, Bakugo was immediately rushed to the hospital. He was paralyzed from the neck down, and that was very shocking to Bakugo. And the doctor deduced that Izuku had a snake quirk, or a serpent quirk to be cooler. He was also told he could summon snakes. So Izuku pops one out, and it's Glizzy. And Izuku's like, oh my gosh, Glizzy! As he immediately hugs the oversized snake. He looks like this in the picture. And, also, guys, I do want to mention, we'll make Izuku a girl in this. If you guys don't want that, you can say that in the comments, but I'd say it just works out with the picture a little better. Anyway, Izuku, we'll say Izuka hugs her snake, and she's like, thank you so much, Doctor, now I can finally be with Glizzy again. As he's like, you're welcome, little girl. As they leave the doctor, obviously. And Bakugo, though, he never forgot what happened that day. He never talked to Izuka much ever again. Only for, basic school needs. And even though they were neighbors, nothing ever happened to them either after that. Mitsuki was kind of scared of Izuka because of what that bite could do to somebody and how damaging it is. And yeah, so one day in the last day of middle school, when everyone had just gotten out of class because the teacher, as always, told them that they could all be heroes. And when Izuka declared that she wanted to be a hero, everyone was like, yeah, it makes sense. She did beat Bakugo that one time. And, yeah. So, when Izuku was walking home from school, she got confronted by Bakugo, like, hey, nerd. Why did you sign up for UA? I'd love to know, because, you're so weak. As Izuku's like, where'd this come from? I didn't do anything to you. As Bakugo's like, you know what you did 9 years ago. Wait. Not 9. We'll say 11 years ago. As Izuku's like, why do you always go back to that? It happened so long ago. As Bakugo is like, I don't care. You could have killed me. As Izuku's like, I don't care. That happened so long ago. Just forget about it. It holds no meaning now. It's just something that happened. A thing of the past. As Bakugo's like, I'll show you. As he quickly starts running at Izuka with his arms open and starts making explosions out of that. Little had they noticed that they were under a certain underbridge, and there was a certain villain waiting for them, and the sludge villain suddenly grappled onto Bakugo as he started trying to hit Izuka. And Izuka just suddenly jumping back. It's like, what the? As the sludge villain's like, give me your body, kid. I didn't know he would be in town. As you must have a strong quirk. And Bakugo, trying to get out, sees Izuka just dumbfounded, like, do I do it? As Bakugo just nods his head as much as he can. And Izuka, quickly, as Izuka's very fast, actually, she quickly bit the sludge villain's skin, as the sludge villain's like, ha, that won't do anything. As he suddenly can't move, and the sludge stops going into Bakugo's mouth, and Bakugo quickly rips it out as the sludge villain goes unconscious and can't move, obviously. And that's when All Might arrives, is like, ha ha ha, I am here. Where are the villains? As Izuka's like, oh my gosh, All Might. Sorry guys, All Might, it's you. As All Might's like, hello, citizen. Did you see where the villain has gone? As Izuka pointed to the little green blob right below him. As All Might's like, is this the villain? As Izuka's like, yes, it is, All Might. And All Might's like, how did you defeat him? As Izuka's like, well, you see, my quirk is basically, I have the traits of a snake, and except I'm humanoid. So, as you can imagine, my bite is very venomous, and it paralyzes people. So I bit him to save my friend, Katsuki Bakugo. As All Might's like, I see. Well, hope that doesn't do too much lasting damage. I'll let this slide this one time since it was self-defense, but I don't want to see you doing that anymore. Understand? As Izuka's like, yes, sir. Also, can I please get your autograph, All Might? And All Might's like, already did. As her notebook was suddenly opened to the same page where the signature was. And Izuka's like, amazing. Oh, well, before you go, as All Might's like, what is it? As Izuka's like, do you think I could be a hero? As All Might's like, most certainly, kid. Just don't let that quirk go to the wrong hands, because if it does, that could be very, very fatal to Hero Society. As he quickly jumps off, as Izuku's like, good to know. As she keeps on her way, as Bakugo just avoids her the rest of the time. Anyway, during the 10 months, when it started at least, Izuka made a little game plan. She's like, first, I'll study for 3 months straight. After the training, of course. And before that, we'll quickly start with a little bit of these and a little bit of those, as she quickly makes a workout routine. And yeah, that's it. As she writes it all down on her notepad, and she says, this is what I'll be doing every day from now on. As she quickly went outside and did the workout. After she got back, Inko was like, are you okay, Izuka? Was your workout good? As Izuka's like, yeah, it was good, Mom. As throughout the first 7 months of training, that's about how it went. It went just perfectly fine for her. But on the last day of the 10 months of training, All Might came to Izuka, like, hello, young Izuka Midoriya. I am All Might. As Izuka's like, oh my gosh, you're All Might. We've already met. Hello, All Might. What is it? As All Might's like, well, citizen, I have been wondering, how strong do you believe you are? As Izuka's like, well, you remember that beach that was completely dirty 10 months ago? As All Might's like, yes, I do. It was very dirty. Were you the one who picked all that trash up? As Izuka's like, you bet I was. As All Might's like, wow, amazing. Well, young Izuka, do you have any recommendations, possibly for strong hero candidates who don't have a very powerful quirk? As Izuka's like, no, I don't, All Might, but I hope you have luck on that. Bye. As All Might quickly dashes off, like, goodbye, citizen. Anyway, yeah, so the day after that, Izuka arrived at the UA campus, and Izuka, looking around, is like, wow, this looks so good. As when she goes to take a step, Bakugo is behind her like, why are you even here, nerd? Why even attempt when you know you'll fail? You're so worthless. As she's like, oh, okay. As when she takes another step, she falls. But right before she hits the ground, she suddenly starts floating. It's like, whoa, what's happening? As Ochako's like, whoa, slow down. I'm sorry that I used my quirk on you. As she says, release. My name's Ochako Uraka. What's yours? As Izuka is like, my name's Izuka Midoriya. So I assume your quirk is zero gravity? As Ochako's like, yes, it is. What's yours? As Izuka's like, mine is a snake quirk. It's pretty basic, as you'd imagine. As Ochako's like, fascinating. Well, good luck on the exam. As she quickly dashes into the exam hall. And Izuka follows her in there. And yeah. So, as you can imagine, the written exam goes quite smoothly for that 3 straight months of only studying. Izuka now have been quite powerful after the workouts. She comes out of the little... No. Anyway, President Mike starts the event, and everyone starts running out. And Izuka is right behind Ida. And Ida, seeing this, is like, she has a speed quirk also, but I'm faster than her. I'll be the dominant one here. As Izuka quickly slithers past Ida, and with her glizzy snake, it takes a huge chomp out of a 3-pointer that was in front of them. And she quickly sits on the snake and is like, go find a big group, as tons of little pythons come out of just a random black crevice under the snake. As 10 minutes later, one of the students was watching this. They all come back with information, and Izuka's like, very interesting, as she gets up and speeds towards the robots. As she punches one of them in the chest, and it comes flying off. As Izuka's like, amazing, I got that powerful. As she destroys all the robots. And yeah, so near the end of the exam, Izuka had accumulated around 89 points so far. Noticing she was tied with Bakugo, I was like, I have to find a way to get some points. As she sees Bakugo move up to 91, as Izuka quickly rushes to find some points. And then she hears a scream in the distance, but she also notices a 3-pointer. And she's like, no, why am I even debating this? As she quickly heads to the faint scream, as she finds Ochako, like, oh, Izuka, it's you. Please help. As she points to the massive 0-pointer above them, as Izuka's like, understood. As she summons Glizzy, except she screams, summoning form, gigantification, as Glizzy appears gigantic, as Izuka is sitting on Glizzy's head, and she's like, Glizzy, Viper Bite, as the snake bites onto the robot's neck. And the teacher's seen this, like, what will that do? As the robot completely shuts down and falls over, and it's quickly all destroyed. As Glizzy turns back to just nothing. As Izuka's like, are you okay? As she lifts the boulder off of Ochako. And Ochako's like, oh, I'm fine, Izuka. Thank you for asking. As Izuka's like, no problem, Ochako. As she quickly carries Ochako over to Recovery Girl. And when they're all set, they begin talking, as they talk for hours and hours on end at a bench. And when Izuka arrives at 10 o'clock at night, Inko's like, and where have you been, young lady? As Izuka's like, I was out with someone I met today at the exam. She was very fun to talk with. We talked for a little too long, I see. As Inko's like, you bet. Now go to your room. I hope you did well on the exam, though. How did you do? As Izuka's like, well, I got at least second place. I hope I beat Kachan, though. As Inko's like, I hope you did too, Izuka. As, yeah. So, 4 weeks later, Izuka grabs the mail and quickly runs inside, and giving nearly all of them to her mother. And then, seeing one has UA on it, as she tells her mother about it and quickly runs to her room like, Mom, I gotta go in my room. There's a UA letter. As he goes like, good luck, Izuka. As Izuka gets to her room and quickly sits at her table, and she's like, please let this be it. As she quickly breaks the entire envelope, and a hologram pops out, and she's like, whoa, as All Might is like, I am here. Welcome, young Izuka Midoriya. This is UA High School. You scored a whopping 139 points. Good job to you, Izuka. You got first place in the entire school. We just wanted to congratulate you on that and let you know you'll be in class 1A. So, welcome to Your Hero Academia. And yeah, the next day, Izuka arrives to school. And when she arrives there, she's met by Ochako. And as they start talking, they quickly get lost. And she's like, do you know where the class is, Ochako? As Ochako is like, no, I don't. Have you found it yet? As Izuka's like, no, I haven't, Ochako. Oh, I found it. As they quickly scurry inside, as they continue talking at their desks while being seated next to each other. And Aizawa scoots himself into the room and is like, that's 8 seconds too long. We'll have to work on that. As he tells them all to go outside. And that's where we'll be leaving off, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I really enjoyed this What If, guys, so I hope you guys all request a part 2. So, this is Itaku signing off. Bye-bye.